If you are a merchant, whether you have an online store or you have a brick and mortar business, you got to really think about having timely payments from your customers. Otherwise, you can't really ensure revenue stability. You cannot ensure scalability too, because you need funds to actually reinvest in your business to actually scale, right? So, in today's conversation, I want to explain to you how to ensure timely payments from your clients and how to do so in a very scalable manner. The first thing you want to do here is to negotiate clear payment terms up front. Okay, don't try to really reinvent the wheel. If you don't really have things negotiated clearly up front, it's going to be very complicated later on. Okay, so you want to have a written agreement between you and the client that clearly outlines payment terms, deadlines, fees, and other essentials. And the reason why you want to do this is because you want to have clarity. You want to instill a layer. You want to instill a layer of clarity, but also a layer of transparency. Okay, and when you have that, when you have those two elements, you and the client are able to get in sync regarding your payment policy, including when invoices are sent and how long they have to pay the amount due. See, the whole thing is you're trying to make sure you and the clients are on the same page. It's not about being strict. It's not about being too strict or being like authoritative. No, you have a business to run. You don't have a charity to run. You are running a business, and you want your customers to know how you roll, so to speak. Okay, you can emphasize those payment terms that I just spoke to you about on every invoice, such as due upon receipt or net 30 payment terms. Okay, so that's really good from a flexibility point of view. Number one. Number two, you want to request an upfront payment or deposit. So this is probably best suited for larger products, but an agreement to pay half the bill at the onset of the project and the other half after completion is a sign of good faith and also an indication that you will likely get paid at the end of the job, right? That's what you want. You do not want us to waste your time doing a job and not getting paid, or having the client cancel while you are still working on the job. So progress payments will not only help by improving cash flow, but also can help set expectations with your clients to make payments prior to project completion, right? And that's what you want. You want to really let clients know that you are really you are working hard on their projects, but they should be also be clear as to when they should pay you as well. So if you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, you want to be flexible with payment type, okay? And the thing is that while some clients want to pay by check, credit card, or online system, others prefer direct deposit, right? So what happens here is that if you accept a wide range of payment methods, you are actually giving clients every reason to get to actually pay you on time. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. And basically, you can use whatever you can explore whatever payment types you can think about: Venmo, Apple Pay, credit card, debit card, ACH bank payments, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, among other things. Also, you want to automate invoices. So if you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, automate invoices. So sending invoices in the mail takes too long, runs the risk of invoices getting lost. Okay, like if USPS is on strike or something is happening, you might run the risk of having your invoices lost. And also, if you send invoices in the mail, you are actually accruing the expenses of billing clients. So automating the process through smart invoices and accounting software like QuickBooks or Zoho Books gets the invoice in the client's hands more quickly, saves paper and mail expenses, and keeps your bill at the top of customers' mind, right? That's what you want. And as your business grows in size and complexity, managing open transactions using an automated invoice software is the best way to protect your profitability and improve your cash flow. So when your invoices are integrated with your accounting software, the probability of missing a payment deadline or letting your invoices go stale is actually minimized. Next, you also want to use cloud-based invoicing software. such as QuickBooks payments, such as Zoho Invoice. Okay. So cloud based solutions like QuickBooks payments allow you to create, edit, and send invoices from anywhere. And I mean anywhere, which means if you are on vacation somewhere in Acapulco, you can still send the invoices. This is ideal for those times where a client may need you to revise an invoice or send them another copy of it to get paid. Even if you are away from work and get this kind of request, the cloud-based solution provides a way to respond so there is no delay in payment, and that's what you want. You do not want to have any delay in payments. Okay, you want to bill wisely, you want to bill professionally, but most importantly, you want to bill flexibly. If you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, you want to offer a retainer. So if the client is providing long-term work, a retainer will allow the client to actually know exactly how much should be paid and when, right? So that, again, going back to what I said about clarity, about transparency. So this helps the client manage their budget more effectively, and it may actually get you paid quicker, and that's what you want. You want to get paid quicker. You want to also get paid more accurately. You also want to invoice clients as quickly as possible. So if you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, you want to invoice them as quickly as possible. Okay. So once a project is finished, invoice them right away. So sending your clients the invoice as soon as possible links the completed work and payment together and ensures you are taking all the necessary steps to reduce your waiting time. Make sure the invoice clearly outlines what the client is being billed for and include your contact information and the transaction payment terms. Okay. And you can use an invoice template or invoice generator to help you create a professional invoice that includes all of those key details. Okay. Build and send instantly payable invoices in your software of choice and get paid actually faster than paper invoices. And next thing you want to do is you want to stick to a regular payment schedule. So if the client expects an invoice from you on the 1st or the 15th of every month, then you need to deliver your bill on those dates. So standardizing the invoicing process can help reduce any confusion actually about when payments are due. So having a regular schedule could be the difference between getting paid and not getting paid. So an automated invoicing systems can really help also. So if you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, you want to be polite with your invoice language. Okay. I mean, you have to be courteous, you have to be professional because it's all about making sure that you can speak to the client in a way that resonates with them. So while it may seem unimportant, adding lines like "Thank you for your business" and "We appreciate your timely payments" positively reinforces the relationship you have with a client. So be nice, and they just may return the favor by paying you on time, right? So I'm going to show you on the screen here some polite ways to phrase payment requests on invoices. That way, you do not run the risk of saying something like rude, if you will, okay, or that can be seen as rude. Number one, you can say something like "Thank you for your business. Payment is due by," and you just put the date. That way you can put the date, but be very clear as to when the payment is expected. Okay. That's the first thing. Next thing you can say, "We appreciate working with you. Kindly submit payment by the due date." You can see that I always put the due date because you have to be specific. You have to put the date, the month, and the year. Next, you can say payment is due on the date. Please reach out if you have any questions. Or "We value your partnerships. Please process payments by the due date." Or you can say, "To keep things running smoothly, please submit payment by the date." Okay. So all those things, you can see that all those sentences include the word "please," right? Or "kindly." This is because you need to be polite. And you can say and that's the last sentence, "For your convenience, multiple payment options are available. kindly complete payment by the due date. So it's one of those things where you want to be clear and you want to be specific. If you don't receive payment soon after invoicing your clients, keeping in touch is key to ensuring that your client knows you are keeping track of the status of the payment. So outstanding payments can be stressful, particularly if your cash flow is impacted. But addressing the situation ensure that you have done what you can, and that's all you can do. You have to do all that you can. You also want to keep a good sorry about that. You want to keep a good rapport with clients. So if you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, keep a good rapport with clients. It's kind of similar to being polite, okay? But it goes above that. So dealing with clients means you are in a business relationship. So you want to focus on developing good communication with new clients and understanding each other is a side of the partnership, right? It's important. So if and when payments for an invoice becomes an issue, a healthy client relationship can provide a way to work through it and help both parties reach an agreement without fracturing the relationship. That's what you want. You do not want to fracture the relationship unnecessarily. Maintaining positive relationships with clients may even prevent issues from ever arising in the first place. Next, if you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, you want to review your invoice system weekly, not monthly, not every 2 weeks, weekly. Okay. Although it's very easy to get distracted by daily tasks and project work, part of the responsibility in collecting invoice payments is up to you. Think about it. This means tracking invoices with invoice numbers and reviewing accounts receivables weekly in order to determine which clients have and have not paid. So this is kind of cool. You want to have a system that organizes outstanding invoices according to their due dates, making it very simple to see which invoices are unpaid, right? So you can track payments and invoices in one place. Next, you want to send payment reminders at regular intervals. So being proactive before a payment is due will help ensure that your client is aware of upcoming due dates. So send friendly, professional reminders up until the due date. So this will help your clients remember that the deadline is actually drawing near or has arrived. So this is kind of cool because it really, again, establishes this relationship of professionalism, okay, and also courtesy. So there are plenty of ways to send payment reminders, and using a mix of them can be really effective. So email is the easiest and most common option. It's a non-intrusive, quick, and can be automated with invoicing software. So this is really good for a more direct approach. A simple text message works well, especially for clients who are always on the go. If an email or text goes unanswered, a quick phone call is a good way to check in, confirm they received the invoice, and see if they have any questions, okay? You also want to provide a small discount for early payments. So reward those who choose to pay early with a small incentive or discount. This can be a percentage of the total invoice amount, which often adds up for clients as a cost advantage, okay? For example, just a 2% discount on early payment may entice a client to pay the invoice earlier. And that's what you want to really explore too. If you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, don't waver on payment terms, okay? I mean, unfortunately, human nature takes this flexibility as an excuse to continually be late. So, although life happens and you may offer a grace period once, remind the client that payment terms have not changed, okay? But you have to remind them in a very friendly way, okay? Don't hesitate to ask for past due payments and regularly follow up, okay? So you've done the work. Think about it. You've done the work. You got to get paid, right? You need to get paid. So it's now up to you to make sure you get paid. So having a standard approach to following up on outstanding payments can make the process of reaching out less stressful. So if you haven't received payments after the first time you sent a reminder, consider a polite phone call to confirm your client has received the invoice and see if they have any questions. You also want to penalize late payments. So to encourage earlier payments, you may want to add a percentage fee for late payments, so long as a late fee policy is documented in a written agreement of the contract. So this additional cost for non-payments can have a large enough impact on your client's bottom line to motivate a speedy turnaround. Think about that, okay? And now, how much should you charge? Well, it really depends. But a reasonable late fee percentage for businesses is 1 to 2% of the invoice total charged monthly. Okay. That way you can really, this fees can add up real fast. And also, you want to hold on to work until you get paid. So, like the penalty tip, negative reinforcement has to be deployed in certain situations. The goal here is to highlight that a working relationship involves transactions where work and payment go hand in hand. It's all about clarity, if you think about it. So, if you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, you can also consider renegotiating payment terms to your advantage. If the payment terms are not going in your way, you can try to renegotiate things. So the last thing you want to do is to lose a client over invoice terms. They may be in the midst of growing or getting another round of funding, yet have a history of paying on time. So to show that you understand their changes and to solidify the value you place on the relationship, you can discuss options for payment plans or agree to different payment terms for a temporary period of time. Okay, this shows also that you are flexible. And that's what you want. You want to show that you are flexible and that you understand what they're going through. You also want to reward and recognize clients. So when clients feel appreciated, they are more likely to prioritize your invoices and stay loyal to your business. So a simple thank you can go a long way. Whether it is a handwritten note, a small token of appreciation, or an extra perk for consistently paying on time, right? It's one of those things where you want to reward good behavior. This is not bribing. Think about it. This is not bribing them to pay invoices, but it does grease the payments wheels by letting them know just how much you appreciate their business, right? So you can have personalized thank you notes, for instance. You can have exclusive discounts on future services. You can have loyalty program perks, quarterly or annual gifts. You can have a shout outs on social media. I mean, publicly thanking loyal clients with their permission for their support is actually a great way to show appreciation. You can have referral businesses, okay? You can reward clients with discounts on or incentives for referring new business to you. And you can also have holiday or anniversary gestures. This is really cool. So you want to recognize important milestones with a small gift or a special offer. And finally, if you want to ensure timely payments from your customers, you want to adjust your approach and plan ahead. So not every tip will work effectively for every client. So try different tactics to see which ones produce the best results. And remember, the best way to get paid is to protect your business by actually signing a contract and creating a professional invoice that outlines all terms of the job. Your contract should outline all payment expectations up front, including due dates, accepted payment methods, late fees, and any penalties for non payment. It's also very helpful to include a clause specifying what happens if a payment is overdue, whether that means additional charges, withheld services, or legal action. So, to further protect your business, include a dispute resolution section that outlines how to handle conflicts. So, this is really important, especially from a flexibility point of view. And your invoice should be just as clear. Include the total amount due, a breakdown of services, the due dates, and payment options. And if you charge late fees, add a simple note at the bottom of a late fee of X% applies to overdue payments. So, in today's conversation, here's a conclusion. I explained to you how to ensure timely payments from your customers. I gave you about 20 tips to actually follow through. See which one works for your specific business. And if you have any further questions, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.